I'm Sales Team Turnaround Specialist Jeremy DeMerchant, and each week I bring sales leaders like you, experts and insights that will help you level up your leadership, motivate like a master, and ultimately crush your comp plan. If it's time to raise the bar on your team's performance, then it's time for Sales Team Rescue. Welcome to episode number 110 of Sales Team Rescue. I'm your host, Jeremy DeMerchant, and today we've got a special wrap-up episode. Now, I'm recording this, it is December 28th, 2021. It is the end of the year. New Year's is around the corner. Christmas just went by, and first, I want to say thank you. Thank you to every one of our viewers and listeners for sticking with me, for being part of this journey. It's been a blast. Don't worry, it's not coming to an end anytime soon. But I really set out to create a show that would help bring resources to people that want to improve their sales, whether it was business owners or sales professionals, or even sales managers. And I hope that we've been able to do that. So I want to keep that going. Now, today I want to, first of all, the world has changed so much for me in the last year. Year and a half ago, got married. 4 months ago, had my first little baby boy. So we had our first Christmas. It's been amazing. But it had me reflecting on the whole year. And really the lessons that I've learned from business, from sales, from balance. And so I spent some time and thought about, if I could simplify it for you, what would be 3 good lessons that I could share from a sales perspective? Now, because it is the, kind of mid-holidays, you might hear some background noise, but it's okay. Especially if you hear a cute little baby giggling. That's a great sound that we love to hear around here. So the 3 sales lessons that I want to share from 2021 are this. So number 1, get clear on your offer and the value it brings. So I've worked with many clients who have many different offerings. And very rarely do the offerings stay the same as they were the first time I saw them. Even including mine, my offerings have evolved as well. And the reason it's so important to get clear on them is because people will say you can sell ice to an Eskimo or sell sand to a camel or whatever. But really great salespeople, even if they could, they don't. Really great salespeople sell what they believe in. And so you need to have them believe in what they're selling. And to do that, the value proposition has to be clear and the logistics of it have to be clear. It's very challenging to sell something that you can't put in a box. Services are even more challenging than products. But if you can get really clear on what your service includes and what the outcome is and what the value it brings, then it's easier to put it into that proverbial package. Okay. So get really clear on what your offering provides. What's the value? What problem is it solving? Because until you have that, it's going to be very, very challenging for your salespeople to do a great job. You don't need to have the best product in your market because there's always someone better, whether it's the product's better, the marketing's better, or whatever. But you need to have your salespeople buy in. And the best way to do it is be really, really clear on what the offering is and what the value is that it brings. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is live by a sales framework for consistency. So I'm sure many of you watching or listening have sales scripts. Scripts are great, but you don't need to do word for word. But I strongly encourage you to live by some sort of sales framework. Then you're going to see a link below this in the show notes if you're listening, or below this if you're watching the video, to my 5 C's of successful sales conversations. You go to permissiontosell.com/5CS and download that, but you'll find that link below. And that's the framework that I like to use just for having these conversations, how to get deep, how to connect. You don't need to try to copy and paste word for word, but you do need to have some type of formula for consistency. So for example, with my framework, it takes you through those 5 C's, and the first one is connection. And you want to make sure that you don't have sales reps overlooking the connection side, especially if you have a big ticket offer or you're looking on building long-term relationships. You can't just go right for the kill or the close if you don't have a relationship built. This is really, really key. So it doesn't have to be word for word, but have some type of framework. So download that 5 C's of Successful Sales Conversations. Again, it's on my website, permissiontosell.com/5, the number 5, the letter C, the letter S. So 5CS. Or the links below. Download that, and you don't have to use that exactly, but use some kind of framework, and that's a great place to start, and you can build or expand on that if you like. This is going to make sure that you have this consistency. If you have 5 reps using this framework, yes, everyone's going to do things a little bit differently, but at least if they're within the framework, they're checking the core boxes. And then from there, there's the flexibility for them to grow as necessary. So make sure, and even if it's not my framework, and it doesn't have to be, but make sure there's some framework because you want the consistency. If you have 5 sales reps all doing their thing and there's not even some kind of structure that they're based on, then it's really, really tough to coach and train around that. You might have some people that are really senior and really creative and come up with some great solutions, and that's great. But you're not going to be able to scale it without some type of structure to go on, okay? So that's number 2. Live life with, well, not live life. Live your sales with a framework, okay? And number 3. This applies to my clients, even applies to me. Get more eyes on you. So whether you're a sales rep, a sales manager, a CEO, you need to get more eyes on you. How do you do it? Well, we talked the last few weeks about going to a trade show where there was eyes on me and one of my products, the King's Own Reserve premium grooming goods. I'll show the tin here for those of you watching the video. But there's more ways than just a trade show, but you need to get more eyes on you. And I want you to stay tuned because within a week or two, I'm going to be able to share with you an amazing resource that will help you get more eyes on you, get that exposure. Whether it's you want to be interviewed on podcasts, you want to be on a TV show, and not just how you can do it in person, because we know the times are changing, but how you can do it remotely from your own home, from behind the Zoom camera. Okay, this is how people are doing it now. And it just is what it is. But you still want to get that exposure. It's so much easier now to take advantage of it as long as you know what to do to get there. So I'm going to share a resource in the next couple of weeks. Some friends of mine, Chris and Jen, who are total rock stars, who are going to walk you through the process of getting more eyes on you. So stay tuned for that. And if you downloaded that 5 C's of Successful Sales Conversations that I mentioned, then you'll be on the list, and that'll make sure that you get notification of when that's going out. Okay? So that's it for today, guys. I'm going to go hang out with my baby, to be honest. But let's give a little recap. 3 sales lessons for 2021. 1, get clear on your offering and the value it brings. Okay, whether you're the CEO, the sales manager, or the sales rep, you need to drink the Kool-Aid. You got to be clear on the impact that it has so that you can use your passion to fuel the results. Okay. Number 2, live by a sales framework. So that passion is great, but if there's no framework, you can't scale it. You can't keep training 5 different people 5 different ways. You need to have some type of general framework, and they can go off on their own and use their own personality within it. But have a few checkpoints to make sure there's some consistency throughout that process. Okay, so live by the sales framework. And then number 3 is get more eyes on you. Again, stay tuned in the next couple of weeks. You'll have some awesome stuff from my friends Chris and Jen to show you how you can get that extra exposure. So sign up, download that 5 C's of Successful Sales Conversations from that sales framework. That again is at permissiontosell.com/5CS. And if you're on that list, then you will get notified of the resources that Chris and Jen are going to send out. Okay, guys, so that is it. That is episode number 110. We are wrapping up 2021 with a bang. I hope you had a fantastic holiday season. I know things are a little bit different right now, but hopefully you made the best of it. Hopefully you're well, and all those you care about are well. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Sales Team Rescue, guys. If you would like to book a conversation with me or my team, go to salesteamrescue.com, scroll to the bottom, and grab a time. Happy to chat with you about how we can support you. Also, go to salesteamrescue.com to check out the replays of this show, whether it's the video replays or the audio. You can check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, and basically everywhere that you listen to podcasts, guys. So thanks so much. And if you want to shoot us a note, what do you want to hear us talk about? What does 2022 look like for you? What can we do to support you in 2022? How can we help you grow your sales team? How can we help you improve the results of your sales team? How can we help you improve your own results? If you're a CEO, how can we help you get clear on when you're ready to grow a sales team? Okay. Ask us these questions. Go to salesteamrescue.com, shoot us a message through there, and I will be happy to not only have shows that cover those topics, but maybe we can have you on the show. Maybe we can have on-the-spot conversations to focus on your challenges and solve them right here live. Okay, so go to salesteamrescue.com for that. Guys, thank you once again. I hope you had an amazing as possible 2021. And let me know how I can support you. Okay, until next time, remember, guys, get uncomfortable, get results. I'm Jeremy DeMerchant, and this is episode 110 of Sales Team Rescue. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for joining me. Let's keep the conversation going. You can find more episodes and a link to join our online community over at salesteamrescue.com. If you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe and give the show a review to help us reach more sales leaders like you. If you'd like our support in creating your own high-performance sales team, book a call with us at salesteamrescue.com.